People often ask me how I balance being both an end-of-life doula and a funeral celebrant as if they're two completely different jobs. But to me, they've always felt like one long, continuous thread. Two roles, yes, but one heart. When I'm working as a doula, I'm walking alongside someone who is approaching the end of their life. And my job isn't to fix anything. It's not to make promises I can keep or pretend that I have answers that I don't have. My job is simply to see them, to fully see them, to remember that they're not just a patient or a body or a list of needs. They are a whole human being with a lifetime of stories, passions, quirks and relationships that still matter right up until the last breath. And I'm there for the family too, because every person in that room is experiencing something different. One might be frightened, one might be practical, one might be angry, one might be in denial. And all of that is normal. So part of my role is to help them understand what they're witnessing and to translate the medical bits, to soften the edges, to make space for the emotions that don't always have words. Then when the time comes to step into my role as a celebrant, I'm already holding the person's story in my hands. I've seen the love around them. I've heard the laughter and the heartbreak. I've watched the way people look at them, even in silence. And all of that becomes part of the farewell. Because a good funeral isn't about following a template. It's about honouring a life in a way that feels true. Sometimes that means a traditional service. Sometimes it means dancing or sweets or a toast in the garden. Sometimes it means starting somewhere completely unexpected because that's where the person felt most themselves. What ties both roles together is this. I show up with no assumptions. I listen, I learn, I let the family lead. And I hold the person, their whole person, at the centre of everything. Being both doula and celebrant allows me to walk with people from the moment they begin preparing for death, right through to the moment their loved ones gather to say goodbye. It's a privilege, a responsibility, and honestly, one of the greatest gifts of my life.